Hello, and welcome to Health Matters. I'm Christy Fleshman.
And I'm Michael McInerney. In this show, we'll look at ways to be more attuned to health issues, make healthy lifestyle choices, and of course, provide tips on improving your health.
April is recognized as National Alcohol Awareness Month.
Plus, we're going to look at ways to get us up and moving, and we'll check in with our friends at eatright.org to see what's cooking this month.
Yum. But first, we would like to focus on alcohol awareness. Drinking too much can harm your health. Excessive alcohol use led to more than 140,000 deaths each year in the United States from 2015 to 2019, shortening the lives of those who died by an average of 26 years. Further, excessive drinking was responsible for 1 in 5 deaths among adults aged 20 to 49 years. The economic costs of excessive alcohol consumption in 2010 were estimated at $249 billion. Let's start with the basics. Alcohol affects every organ in the body. It is a central nervous system depressant that is rapidly absorbed from the stomach and small intestine into the bloodstream. Alcohol is metabolized in the liver by enzymes. However, the liver can only metabolize a small amount of alcohol at a time, leaving the excess alcohol to circulate throughout the body. The intensity of the effect of alcohol on the body is directly related to the amount consumed.
What is a standard drink in the United States? Well, a standard drink is equal to 14 grams or 6 ounces of pure alcohol. Generally, this amount of pure alcohol is found in 12 ounces of beer, 5% alcohol content, 8 ounces of malt liquor, 7% of alcohol content, 5 ounces of wine, 12% alcohol content, 1.5 ounces or a shot of 80 proof, 40% alcohol content distilled spirits or liquor, such as gin, rum, vodka, and whiskey. Is beer or wine safer to drink than liquor? No. One 12-ounce beer has about the same amount of alcohol as one 5-ounce glass of wine or 1.5-ounce shot of liquor. Is the amount of alcohol consumed that affects a person most not the type of alcohol to drink?
What does moderate drinking mean? According to the Dietary Guidelines for Americans, adults of legal drinking age can choose not to drink or to drink in moderation by limiting intake to 2 drinks or less in a day for men and 1 drink or less in a day for women when alcohol is consumed. Drinking less is better for health than drinking more. What is excessive alcohol use? Excessive alcohol use includes binge drinking, heavy drinking, any alcohol use by people under the age 21 minimum legal drinking age, and any alcohol use by pregnant women. For men, heavy drinking is typically defined as consuming 15 drinks or more per week. For women, heavy drinking is typically defined as consuming 8 drinks or more per week. What is binge drinking? Binge drinking is defined as a pattern of alcohol consumption that brings the blood alcohol level concentration to 0.08% or more. This pattern of drinking usually corresponds to 5 or more drinks on a single occasion for men or 4 or more single drinks on an occasion for women. Why the different amounts for men and women? Alcohol affects women differently than men. Although men are more likely to drink alcohol and consume larger amounts, biological differences in body structure and chemistry lead most women to absorb more alcohol and take longer to metabolize it. After drinking the same amount of alcohol, women tend to have higher blood alcohol levels than men, and the immediate effects of alcohol usually occur more quickly and last longer in women than men. These differences make women more susceptible to the long-term negative health effects of alcohol compared with men.
As Christy mentioned earlier, men are more likely than women to drink excessively. Excessive drinking is associated with significant risks to men's health and safety, and the risks will increase with the amount of alcohol consumed. Almost 58% of adult men report drinking alcohol in the past 30 days, compared with 49% of adult women. Men are also more likely to binge drink than women. Approximately 21% of men report binge drinking, compared with 13% of women. Among these men who do binge drink, 25% do so at least 5 times a month on average, and 25% consume at least 9 drinks during a binge drinking occasion. Men also have higher rates of alcohol-related hospitalizations than women. More than 3/4 of deaths from excessive drinking are among men, totaling more than 97,000 deaths each year in the United States. And among drivers in fatal motor vehicle traffic crashes, men are 50% more likely to have been intoxicated compared with women. Excessive alcohol consumption increases aggression and may increase the risk of physically assaulting another person. Men are more than 3 times as likely to die by suicide than females, and more likely to have been drinking prior to suicide.
Do all excessive drinkers have an alcohol use disorder? No. About 90% of people who drink excessively would not be expected to meet the clinical diagnostic criteria for having a severe alcohol use disorder. A severe alcohol use disorder, previously known as alcohol dependence or alcoholism, is a chronic disease. Some of these signs and symptoms of a severe alcohol use disorder could include inability to limit drinking, continuing to drink despite personal or professional problems, needing to drink more to get the same effect, wanting a drink so badly you can't think of anything else. Drinking is a problem if it causes trouble in your relationships, in school, in social activities, or in how you think and feel. What can I do if I or someone I know has a drinking problem? Consult your personal health care provider if you feel you or someone you know has a drinking problem. Other resources include the National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Referral Routing Service, available at 1-800-662-HELP. This service can provide you with information about treatment programs in your local community and allow you to speak with someone about alcohol problems. We have to take a break. When we come back, we'll look at ways we can all get up and moving. Don't go away.
Welcome back to Health Matters. I'm Michael McInerney.
And I'm Christy Fleshman. Health Matters is a show that looks at ways we can all make better choices that will benefit us. For example, getting up and moving benefits everyone, no matter your age.
That's right. Whether you're a child, an adult, or an older adult, getting up and moving and getting the blood flowing is always good. But sometimes it can be a challenge, especially with kids. Here's a short video from the Department of Health and Human Services on how to help kids be motivated and get up and moving.
You should try to get at least 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity aerobic activity, preferably spread throughout the week. But sometimes it's just hard to find the motivation. Here's a short video from the Department of Health and Human Services on how adults can find motivation to move.
And just because you're getting older doesn't mean you don't need to keep moving too. As we get older, we find new ways of avoiding exercise, but it doesn't have to be that hard. Here are some tips from the Department of Health and Human Services on keeping older adults up and moving as well.
It's important to keep moving. The more you move, the better it is for you. As you saw in some of those videos, it doesn't have to be a task or boring. You can listen to your favorite music and dance while vacuuming. You could do a few squats or lunges when putting things away. And of course, playing with the dog is always fun. What's your move?
What's my move? Well, I can run around the building and get back to the studio before we return from break. And before you.
You're on. See ya after the break. On your mark, get set, go! Welcome back to Health Matters. I'm Christy Fleshman.
And I'm Michael McInerney.
Loser Michael McInerney. I did just beat you back to the studio. You owe me dinner.
Yes, you did beat me, but fortunately for us, I have a great idea for dinner. How about we try spicy turkey chili pitas?
Ooh, that sounds good.
Our friends at eatright.org have a short video to show us how it's done.
Hi, I'm Sarah Haas with Kids Eat Right. Today we're making spicy chili turkey pitas, like a taco, but in a pita. As a meal that serves 4 for $10 or less, spicy chili turkey pitas really hit the mark when it comes to an easy weeknight supper, a hearty weekend lunch, or as a handheld party food when kids cooking takes center stage. To begin, brown half a pound of lean ground turkey in a large nonstick skillet set over medium heat, stirring to crumble the turkey. Now, ground chicken or ground beef can also be used in this recipe, but just make sure it's lean. Cook for about 6 to 8 minutes until it's no longer pink. Remove the turkey from the skillet using a slotted spatula or a spoon, then set it aside. Heat 2 tablespoons olive oil. Add 1 small yellow onion that's been diced, and 2 cloves of minced garlic. Cook and stir until onions are softened, about 3 minutes. Add 1 large carrot, or about 1 cup shredded, a quarter of a large green bell pepper that's been chopped, and half of a jalapeno that's been diced. To make this recipe less spicy, remove the seeds and membranes of the jalapeno before dicing it. Cook and stir vegetables occasionally until crisp tender, about 2 minutes. Stir in 1 teaspoon chipotle chili powder, 1 teaspoon dried oregano, half a teaspoon ground cumin, and half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Return the turkey to the skillet. Add 1 14.5-ounce can of kidney beans that have been drained and rinsed. Draining and rinsing the kidney beans reduces the sodium content by 40%. Draining only reduces by 36%. Add 1 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes, no salt added of course, and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Give everything a good stir. Turn the heat down to low. Cover the skillet and let it simmer for about 10 minutes until the juices are absorbed and the mixture is nice and thickened. In the microwave, warm 4 whole wheat pitas and then split in half. Fill each pita half with half a cup of the chili bean mixture. Top with 1 tablespoon of reduced fat Monterey Jack cheese that's been shredded, a 1/4 cup of shredded lettuce, and 1 tablespoon of chopped cilantro. Now this is a great place to get the kids to help. They can shred the lettuce, they can grate the cheese, they can even stuff the pitas. This recipe makes 4 servings. Serve it with jicama sticks drizzled with fresh lime juice and a glass of low-fat milk. For a lighter meal or for smaller appetites, divide the recipe into 8 portions and serve alongside a soup or a hearty salad. I'm Sarah Haas with Kids Eat Right.
And for dessert, I found this yummy recipe for chocolate chip cookie dough
Chocolate chip cookie dough dip?
Yes, and it's healthy. Check it out. I too found it on eatright.org.
Hi, I'm registered dietitian nutritionist Christy King with the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Today I have Evelyn and Messiah with me, and we are gonna make a chocolate chip cookie dough dip. Our hands are washed and we're ready to dig in. Open a 5-ounce package of silken tofu and rinse it under cool water. Place the tofu between 2 paper towels on a plate and place a heavy object on top to help remove excess water. After 5 minutes, remove the paper towels and pat dry. Next, you want to go ahead and add it to the food processor. Now, add 3 ounces of light cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of rolled oats, 2 tablespoons of unsalted peanut butter, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, half a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 1/4 tablespoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. Puree the ingredients until it's nice and creamy. Scrape down the sides of the bowl as you go so that all ingredients are blended well. Then add in 1/4 cup of chocolate chips and pulse 3 or 4 times to mix them in. Enjoy this dip with fresh fruit, graham crackers, or lightly salted pretzels. For more recipes, check out kidseatright.org.
Wait, where did you say you found that recipe?
On the same site you were on, eatright.org.
Really? Well, I must have missed that one. And me with my sweet tooth?
They have a whole bunch of great recipes that are fast, easy, and healthy. Plus, they have some great success stories, like this one.
To me, nutrition is much more than just a profession. It's truly a way of life. It's what I live and breathe and think about so much of the time, and it's certainly something that I want to emulate for other people. I'm Sue Height. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist living in Ellaville, Georgia. In thinking about what I wanted to do as a career, I always just thought I'd go into medicine, go to medical school. But the more I thought about it, I realized what I really wanted to do was to help people prevent illness. And to me, nutrition and dietetics is the perfect fit for that. One of my most rewarding experiences as a dietitian has been actually quite recently, just a year ago, when I met Donna, because she was so motivated and ready to lose weight and to get healthier.
While I was working one day at the public library, a newcomer came in, and it was Sue. And she told me that she was retiring out of the Navy, and I asked her what she did in the Navy, and she said that she was a dietitian, and I thought, oh, I had just started going on another diet. Before I met Sue, I was diagnosed as being morbidly obese.
She also shared with me that she had diabetes, she had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all of the classic symptoms that we see.
I had come to the point in my life where I had said, it is time to make a change. And when I met Sue, I realized maybe this was someone who could help guide me in making this change.
We all know that for anyone to lose weight, it takes really a two-prong approach. You have to cut your calories, but you also have to increase your activity.
One of the changes that she's helped me with is to become much more physically active.
I challenged her to think of something that she could do, that she would enjoy, and that she could sustain. And it came down to cycling, riding on a bike, and it was something she really enjoyed.
If anybody had told me a year ago that I was going to ride a 30-mile bike ride, I would have told them that they were crazy. But now I'm actually anticipating doing a 62-mile bike ride this April. Well, since I've met Sue and listened to her guidance, I've lost about 80 pounds and I have been taking off almost all my medications. To me, I mean, that's something to shout about.
I think for Donna, the biggest change has been what's happened up here. Her perspective on food, nutrition, fitness has just changed dramatically. She looks at food differently, she thinks about food differently, and the fact that nutrition and exercise, they're just a routine part of her life.
I just see the future getting better and better and better because I'm getting healthier and healthier and healthier.
Wow, that was great to see. So there really is hope for us all.
There sure is. Just little changes each day can add up to a huge success.
Well, we're running out of time, but before we go, I want to remind you that we here at Health Matters are copying the American Heart Association's idea of Best Friend Fridays. Since pets help lower our stress and help make our lives more enjoyable, we want to celebrate them. Take a selfie with your four-legged furry friend and send it on over to us. Let us know who's in the picture and where you are. We'll make sure to post it on our website and show it here on the show.
Here are some photos that were sent to us. Let's keep it going. Tell your family and friends to take a selfie with your four-legged furry friends and send it to us. Let us know who is in the picture and where you are.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this month. But if you found these tips helpful and you want some more information, check out cdc.gov or go to the American Heart Association at heart.org. And be sure to check out eatright.org as well. I'm Michael Madden.
And I'm Christy Fleshman, and we will see you next time on Health Matters.